Hey pals, it's your friend Camelon Comics Cosplay here. I want to talk to you guys about a great line of action figures you can find at your local Dollar Tree. These guys? No, this is just Mini Camo and the Triplets. No. I'm here to talk to you about somebody really cool and really special. I'm talking about Alpha Team 1 from the Final Faction series. You can actually get all of their Series 1 right now for less than $10 at your local Dollar Tree. And Series 2 is coming just around the corner for the holiday season. Whether you celebrate Christmas or whether you're going to have Thanksgiving this year, please know that there are wonderful, affordable options to give those wonderful children in your life a gift. Alright, let's talk about the toys. So this here is Alpha Team 1 from Series 1 of Final Faction. I have left the ACRM and its accompanying accessory pack still in blister to explain a couple of things. The first thing is that the blister is very different from something that you would normally find at a discount or dollar store. They have an info card in the back which you can actually cut out and keep. And they give you a synopsis of the Final Faction series. There's a QR code where you can watch the cartoon, and as of the filming of this video, there are 2 episodes. I'm going to give my thoughts on the 2 episodes near the end of this video. Now, each of these characters reminds me of the old 3 3/4 inch G.I. Joe figures, which is one of the reasons why I decided to become a cosplayer in the first place. I love that the characters are very diverse. Rook is from Austria. Steel is an African American. Shift, who has a brother named Scope, who is coming in Series 2, is from the mountains of East Asia. And the ACRM itself, if you caught that earlier, is piloted by Boyd. He is a 15-year-old disabled boy. I love the inclusivity of this series. What amazes me the most is actually that I could give this to a child and they would have no idea this came from a dollar store. As a little kid, if somebody were to tell me, I got you a soldier or a G.I. Joe from the dollar store, I would expect this. You know? Weapons that are too big, very cheaply painted plastic, no offense. But if you were to tell me that you got this guy for $1, I would find that hard to believe. They come with a backpack or some kind of accessory in their pack. Rock has a shoulder-mounted cannon. And Shift actually comes with swords that come out of her backpack, and she can hold them. I think that's great. Alright, let's release the ACRM. Oh man, look at him. He looks amazing. That mixture of matte and metallic plastic. Again, if you told me this guy was $1, I wouldn't believe you. He looks great. They're really solid in the hand. You can shake them and the joints won't come apart. You can probably hear my voice vibrating. Yeah, he looks great. Now let's give him these accessories. So if you have a child that's watched the cartoon, you'll know that in the first episode, he equips the mech with the air assault pack. And they do a couple different things. So, we have here these arm cannons that, by the way, these ports are great. You can attach them to the front of the arm for this kind of action, pew pew, or you can attach them to the sides of the arm and leave the hands free for other things. Okay. Let's armor this up. So he's got leg boosters. He's got a jetpack, and that plugs into these slots here. There we go. And these wings, which kind of remind me of Sergeant Steele's wings. Look at those. Look at those. Oh yeah, he looks great. Look at that. And again, $2? $2 for this? He looks lethal. He's going to be laying down some justice up in here. Yeah, look at that. I could definitely see, you know, a little kid, my nephews, my nieces having fun with this, you know? Because fun is fun. Okay, now let's take a look at the other accessory packs for the good guys. And once again, as we see here, $2 here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Less than $10 for a full line of figures. And these are just the good guys. We have yet to talk about the Karn, which I will talk to you guys about next. The first thing is that these accessory packs are fantastic. You're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weapons in one, and you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 accessories in the other. I'm going to grab something real quick. And if the Final Faction fans Facebook group is watching, string. Hopefully you guys have done the math. If we look at the Covert Ops weapons pack, the SPRG, the self-propelling and retracting grapple gun, is actually put together here in the picture, but it's a part right here. Through the magic of television, the internet, I have one already done. You have a working grapple gun with a piece of string that you can use to hook onto the hoverboard, to hook onto one of the Karn and pull them through. All sorts of fun little things you can think about. We look at the heavy weapons accessory pack, the heavy arms weapons pack, and we see here the Skyflower. It's a rocket launcher. Well, while it doesn't have a fire mechanism, the rocket does come out. And I think that's great that each of these weapon packs has a gimmick to them. As I've said before about those discount dollar other army guys, you know, their weapons aren't in scale and they don't do anything. In fact, I've given Mini Camo and the Triplets Superior Officer, Lieutenant Dan, that's right, a Forrest Gump reference, the Rabid Wolf. And look, it's in scale. He can hold it without a problem. So if you have bought a couple of those, you know, military guys, Hero Force, Adventure Force, Army guys, and you want to give them better weapons, or you want to reward your child, maybe not with another figure, but with some upgrades, definitely consider buying these accessory packs. I actually wish these guys had pegs on their feet. They could ride the hoverboard or something. In fact, I'm pretty sure that if Alpha Team 1 had come just a little sooner, the Triplets and Mini Camo would not find themselves in the predicament that they found themselves in on my Instagram page. Speaking of that incident on my Instagram page, let's move on to the Karn. Now, these guys are the bad guys of the Final Faction cartoon and toy line. According to the lore, the Karn were dormant on a mothership buried on our moon that was awakened after it was hit by an asteroid. This is the Synthoid, this is the Brute, and this is the Drone. Once again, $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6. Bad guys galore. So we see here that for $8 and $6, that's $14, you can get a full line of action figures and accessories. As some of you guys who follow me on Instagram know, that at Chem1 Comics is named as such because I'm a G.I. Joe Flint cosplayer. I was looking at a G.I. Joe Flint action figure, and I could not find it for less than $16. As you guys probably already know, it retailed for much, much more than that on online sales. So for less than what I would have to spend on one action figure, I could buy a whole playset. Now, these bad guys are very versatile. This Synthoid has removable arms, and you can change the arms with these. Now, I was surprised to see that, and I wonder what they're going to do with them in the cartoon. As we see here, we have the shock arms and the quake arms. These attach to the backs of the Brute and the Drone, and the shock arms are for the Brute and the Drone as well. So once again, everybody, this is an entire line of toys for less than $15. Not even less than $20, less than $15. So for those of us that want to get into collecting but are maybe economically challenged, or some of us that want to get into figure customizing but understand that buying multiples of one figure can start to get really expensive really fast, this is definitely an option for you guys. The one thing I like the most is that on the back of every single blister, you have the QR code to watch the cartoon. As I've alluded to previously in this video, I watched the cartoon. I watched episode 1 when it was available, and just recently watched episode 2. Episode 1 was a great introduction to Series 1, Alpha Team 1. It had showcased all the special abilities of the different characters, and it had a pair of brutes that I call the twins that were like your regular Saturday morning bumbling cronies. You know, there were some reviewers that I've watched that were a little turned off by this. They didn't like it because they were unintelligent. But the main bad guy, who you'll meet if you watch the cartoon, is an intelligent general, and he provides most of the threat. Episode 2 is what really got me hooked on the cartoon. It was great. It showcased all of Alpha Team, as well as a few new characters that are coming in Series 2, and some characters that have yet to have action figures revealed. In Episode 2, we meet Shift's brother, Scope, a shapeshifter named Torn, and we see the guard dog Churro wear his Fido mech suit. These 3 figures will appear in Series 2, as well as the Arrow ATV, which once again, while available on the West Coast, will be coming to the East Coast for the holiday season. Now, in Episode 2, we meet those new characters, as well as these two, which are Riptide and Kraken, a scuba diver with an octopus, and a character who says that she met up with Omega Team, Amari. This means that there is an even bigger universe for the Final Faction series, and hopefully with our continued support, we can see those characters get their figures and see maybe who Omega Team is in future installments of the cartoon and future installments of the action figure line. Now, one takeaway I took from Episode 2 hit me a little harder than I thought it would, and that is that in the episode, they have the opportunity to destroy the alien mothership. Ruck says we should just blow it all up. But Steadfast reminds Ruck that their mothership is on our moon. and destroying the moon would hurt the planet, and that one day they would all have to learn to coexist. And remind you, this is a dollar store cartoon for 5-year-olds, and their leader is talking about how even though they fight, he is looking for peace. I think that's really great, and it's a lesson for kids that even though you're a soldier, you don't look for the battle, you look for peace. Any service member can tell you they didn't serve to fight in a war. They served because they wanted to protect their wife, their kids, their town, their country. And that is why Alpha Team 1 is the final faction protecting the Earth. Not because they want to destroy all of the Karn, but because they want to preserve the planet. And I think that's a great lesson. And so I definitely encourage you all to purchase the Series 1, look forward to purchasing Series 2, and go watch the cartoon. It's great. This is my first ever YouTube video. I'm Camo and Comics Cosplay, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day and a fun holiday season. Goodbye.